Hi and welcome to WHBC 963 HD3. I'm Savannah and I'm here today with Eric Powell, better known as E.L.P.J. from the Howard's Hottest Best MC category.
Peace, y'all. My name is Eric Powell. I'm a freshman media, journalism, and film communications major with a concentration in audio from PG County, Maryland.
So the piece that you won for was entitled Sunshine. Do you want to share a little bit about that and how the idea came to you?
Let me think. The title Sunshine kind of came from like the sample that was used to make the beat. The beat is by Kanai Finch, by the way. He puts a lot of his beats up online for free. He produced for Kendrick and Cole a lot, but he puts like a lot of his beats up online on his SoundCloud for free. And so he was like, yeah, if you want to use this, you can use. Not to me directly, but to the public. He was like, yeah, if you want to use this, you can use this. Sunshine was actually a part of an EP.
So how did you get started writing and performing?
Well, kind of to preface that question, I was always raised on hip hop culture and hip hop music. My pops was big into it, so it was always kind of like in me. But in terms of what made it kind of bring itself forward and manifest itself, I was about 10 years old, 5th grader. One day I was in music class and we were learning to sing the Star Spangled Banner. And this was around a time in my life where I started to kind of question everything, all the conventions and the lies that were told by society and things of that nature. So, I went home sick from school that day, like right after the music class. And while I was laying down in my bed at home, I was just thinking to myself about like those last lines in the song where it's like, land of the free and home of the brave. Now I said to myself, I was like, so said the whites but the African slave. I was like, oh, that's a nice rhyme. I should become a rapper. That was pretty much it. I just went out on kind of like that whim in that moment. It's got me to this point, So that's how I started actually writing raps and everything like that.
So your first rap was actually a spin-off of the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah. If you want to call it that. It was kind of a knock at the Star Spangled Banner, but yeah, it was kind of like a spin-off to it in that sense, yeah.
So I know you said that you got started with music very young, always being raised around it. Do you have a biggest influence or?
See, I kind of pick up influence from, everybody I listen to in some way, shape, or form. But in terms of some of my big musical influences, I would have to say KRS-One, Rakim, Nas, AZ, a bunch of cats. And there's a whole lot of people from not just old school people, but people from the underground in areas such as North Carolina, where you had Lil Brother and Cam Moy, aka Superstition. You had K Hill, Kazi, a bunch of cats, like the whole Justice League, and they were a big influence on my style as well. So it was a lot of people though.
Since you got started writing very young, is there a certain process that you follow that you still follow today? Has it changed, or you just write whenever it comes to you?
It might be a time where I have a concept before I have the beat, right? Or I might have a verse before I have the beat. But just for the sake of the musicality, I usually choose to write to the beat. You know what I'm saying? So that's my typical process.
So you never made any of your own beats?
I made one of my beats out of all the songs that I actually put out. I made one beat, and I wasn't even rhyming over it. It was actually the introduction and the outro to my second mixtape, Verbal Technique Volume 1, and they served as kind of little interludes and everything like that to open everything up and to close everything out. And I had on the introduction, it was the same beat, but I had on the introduction James Baldwin talking about the integrity of an artist, and then on the outro I had Malcolm X speaking about the worldwide revolution.
So do you have any upcoming projects that you're working on? Anything we should be looking out for?
Currently I'm working on a project with DJ Soulclap, a producer from out of Germany. He's done a lot of work with people that I actually grew up listening to, like Master Ace and some of the underground cats that I mentioned to you earlier from North Carolina, and just a bunch of different people, So it's an honor to work with him.
So how'd you get connected with somebody all the way over in Germany?
My pops actually knows him from back in the MySpace days. He knew, because he was actually able to make that link through MySpace back in the back in the early mid 2000s and everything like that, when MySpace was popping. You know what I'm saying? He was able to make those friendships and connections early and everything like that. He heard my music and everything, and he actually reached out. He was like, "Yo, I want to work with y'all." So yeah, so I mean that was pretty much it. Yeah, no, he's a cool dude.
Do you think you get approached a lot, or?
Yeah, I actually don't do a whole lot of approaching the producers or like beat makers. Usually like they'll approach me on stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I got this track that I think would be really good for. It's like, all right, cool, send it through. So yeah, nah. So I mean that's about it. But my shout out to my man Jay Blocko who gave me my first original beat to my song Visions in Blue, which was also it was the title track off of my first mixtape that I dropped around 14 years old. So yeah, shouts to him. I think he's the only producer that I really ever reached out to because I heard that beat on his MySpace page. I got on MySpace late though when it was about to die and everything, but I got on his MySpace page and he had it on his little playlist on the side. I was like, yo, I gotta have this beat, you know. And so that's one of my best works right there is Visions in Blue.
So where do you see music taking you in the future?
I see music taking me to achieve my ultimate mission. I see it as a means to an ultimate end that I feel that I was put here to do, my purpose and my mission as a human being, which is to help change the world for the better, you know, and to help people change their minds and change their hearts themselves in a way that, you know what I'm saying, creates that better world. Because I feel like music, I know from personal experience that music is one of the greatest communicators of thoughts and feelings, and it's also one of the greatest ways to, you know, stir something up in people, to bring out, you know what I'm saying, the true human spirit, you know what I'm saying, the higher self of somebody. And so I mean music did that for me and helped me to, you know, say elevate myself and grow and develop as a person, and it still does. And I know that it can do that for other people, and I just want to be able to do that with my music.
So since winning Howard's Hottest, do you think it's brought you more clout on campus?
It definitely has. I can't lie. I can't lie. People be coming up to me all the time like, oh, yo, E.L.P.J. and everything like that. So, you know, it wasn't just Howard's Hottest, but Howard's Hottest definitely, you know what I'm saying, was one of the biggest influencers in that arena of things. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of people in there.
Right. It was full.
Yeah, yo. So, I mean, like, you know, that plus just doing open mics around campus and everything like that. And my stickers too have been very helpful. If as you can see, I got my logo, my shirt right here. E.L.P.J. is dope, and there's a lot of stickers up around Howard's campus that have this exact logo on it. Plus my links to my SoundCloud and my Bandcamp and the hashtag E.L.P.J. is dope on it. So people always tell me like, oh yo, I see your stickers, I see you out here. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing, yeah. So I'll be like, yeah, you know, I'll be trying. So
are you performing anywhere coming up soon?
I actually am. I actually do have this one show coming up on April 9th. I think the doors open around like 8:30 or something like that. I'm going to be opening up for Prince Powell, Planet Asia, Mike Hands, and Large Professor for this Writer's Block joint, DC edition. It's put on by Holistic Hip Hop Collective. Shouts to them. And so, I mean, yeah, that's going to be live. I think the event is up on Facebook and everything like that. I'll probably be sharing it on my social media pages and everything like that, so you can check it out there. So buy your tickets, everybody. It's going to be live April 9th.
We're buying tickets online, or can we get like physicals through you?
No, I don't think it's going to be physicals.
Okay.
But you can definitely get them online.
All right, we'll put that link below.
Like that.
Since winning Howard's Hottest, have you been feeling like people have been treating you differently on campus, or no?
I mean, other than people recognizing me, not really. You know, like people that I already knew, already knew that I spit, so it wasn't really like nothing for them to be like, oh my God, you're really good. You know what I'm saying? So like, I haven't really been feeling like anybody's been treating me any different, especially not in like no fake type of way,
right?
Or nothing like that. So
that's good. That's good. So do you have any advice for future Howard's Hottest contestants or people looking to get into rapping and writing?
Okay, well, for future Howard's Hottest people specifically, I would just say give it your all. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure that you do your best, so you can't say in the future like, oh, I wish I would have, I wish I could have, I should have. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So, you know, just give it your all. In terms of all MCs, all artists in general, I would say the same thing. You know, give it your all. Make sure that you have that drive. You know what I'm saying, to hustle and make whatever you envision real, you know what I'm saying? Because that's easier said than done. There have been plenty of times where I've had to remind myself that, you know what I'm saying? So just make sure you maintain that drive, that heart, you know what I'm saying? Remember why it is that you do what you do, you know, for what purpose.